Like the best way to kill a bad habit is to replace it with a good habit, if that makes sense. So the good habit to replace it with is always finish your tracks, no matter what. Because effectively, I did this for years, actually, and that's actually the story behind Game Music Treasury, is I went back to hundreds of unfinished tracks and just put a period on it. Like finished the measure, or said, this was actually really good. Why didn't I finish it? Why didn't I export it? So the habit that you need to start is finishing your track. So when you start something, don't allow yourself to move on to something new until you finished it. To some level of finish. It doesn't have to be perfect by any means, but this is how you start to build the habit of finishing. And it is a habit. It is a skill to finish things. I always like to think of the Beatles. I love the Beatles. I love their music, but they were awful finishers. Did you know, if you ever pay attention, you'll never unhear this now. I don't know what percentage, but it seems a large portion of their songs end with a fade out. And I genuinely believe it's because they did not know how to finish their songs. They had so many ideas that they just started a new song. And then they're like, oh crap, we have to like release a record. So put a fade out. Just repeat the chorus. Like almost all of their songs have a fade out at the end, which is like the quintessential thing of not to do with music. And I know like a lot of people have done that, is they just made a habit of, I don't know what to do, so I'll move on to the next thing. It's the shiny object syndrome. So the business side, now if you want to just be creative, if this is a hobby for you, that's totally fine. Doesn't really matter, right? Do what you want. But from a business perspective, as Joe was talking about, to make something marketable and sellable, it has to be a finished product, right? It can't be missing pieces. And it's okay to have short tracks. One of the things I talked about with Will this morning is he had a couple of tracks that were long and unfinished. And I just said, no, just put a period there. It was like 1:48, and he's like, it's not finished yet. I'm like, yes, it is. Go back to 1:00, put a period, and make it a loop. It's done. Wrap it up. Move on. There is nothing else that needs to be done. But I think we get into this habit of, but it's not a 3-minute track. It doesn't need to be a 3-minute track. Like, you got to know your context. Now, maybe for your own creative personal development and personal satisfaction, you're like, I want this to be a masterpiece, so I'm going to like really pour my heart and soul into it and making it what it needs to be. Cool. Do that on your own time. Do that in the hobby time, playtime. That's not this. You're trying to create a product that sells in this marketplace. A game dev does not care. He just wants his 1-minute loop that works in the dungeon. Move on.